Good morning, student. So, in the last class, we are discussion about Fraunhofer diffraction through a single slit and double slit. So, today we will discuss about diffraction through multiple slits, called as diffraction grating. Okay, so this is the diffraction grating, or it is also known as the plane diffraction grating figure. If the light ray must be travel from the multiple slits, we have obtained color patches when white light must be passing through the multiple slits, called as plane diffraction grating. A diffraction grating consists of a very large number of narrow slits side by side. The slits are separated by opaque spaces. When a wavefront is incident on a grating surface, light is transmitted through the slits. Such a grating is called as transmission grating. The wavefront of the slits interfere with each other, similar to the phenomena of diffraction through double slit. The grating are prepared by rolling equidistant lines on a glass surface. The space between any two lines is transparent to light and the line portion is opaque to light. Such surface act as transmission grating. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಆ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ಆ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಪೆಕ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎರಡು ಲೈನ್ಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಏನು ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್ space the light must be transmitted. Okay, on the other hand, if the lines are drawn on a silvered surface, then light is reflected from the position of the mirror in between any two lines and such surface act as reflection grating. The spacing between the lines, that is width of the slits, is the order of wavelength of light. Grating used to study visible region of spectrum contains 10,000 lines per centimeter. ಎಷ್ಟು ಲೈನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾವೆ ಅಂದರೆ 10,000 ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಥಿಯರಿ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಗ್ರೇಟಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದ ಫಿಗರ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫಿಗರ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ಗ್ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಮ್ ಎನ್ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಇದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಮ್ ಎನ್ ಬಿ ದ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್, AB is the slit and BC is an opaque portion. ನಿಮಗೆ ಈಗ ಮೊದಲಿಂದ ಇದ್ರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಾ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೀವಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ರಿ. ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೇಡ್. ಸೊ ದ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಎಸ್ ಎ opaque ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಟೂ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಟೇಕನ್ ಆಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎ ಮತ್ತು ಬಿ ಏನು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಅವು ಎರಡು ಲೈನ್ಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್. ಬಿ ಮತ್ತು ಸಿ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಓಪೆಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ವಿಡ್ತ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಲಿಟ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಒಪೆಕ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಬಿ. ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಎರಡು ಸೇರ್ಸ್ ರೀ, ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಒಪೆಕ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್. ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ಸ್ಪೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಟೂ ನಿಯರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲಿಟ್ಸ್. ದ ಗ್ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ರೋಲಿಂಗ್ equidistant lines on the glass surface. ಆಗಿದೆ ಇದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಓಕೆ, ಸಪೋಸ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಎಟ್ P1. ಈಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಟ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಎಟ್ P1. ದ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಎಟ್ P1 ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆನ್ ಪಾತ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಒರಿಜಿನೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಕರಸ್ಪಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ A and C of two neighboring slits. Now, what is the principle of maxima and minima? So, as AB is equal to A and BC is equal to B, path difference between the secondary waves starting from A and C is equal to A plus B sin theta. A plus B is called as grating element or grating constant. For a grating with 15,000 lines per inch, the value of grating constant is A plus B is equal to 2.54 by 15,000 centimeter. A plus B sin theta n is equal to, we can write n lambda, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 dash 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 is the condition for principle of maxima. If n is equal to 0 corresponds to the central maxima, n is equal to 1, 2, 3 etc. correspond to the first order, second order, three order and so on. That is principal maxima. In general, the condition for nth order maxima is given by d sin theta is equal to n lambda, called equation number A. Then what are the maximum number of orders? Let theta is equal to 90 degree is, that is maximum value of sin theta is equal to 1. So then n lambda is less than d, or n is less than d by lambda. So between two principal maxima there exist a number of secondary maxima and minima due to diffraction. That is d sin theta is equal to n lambda if the angle of diffraction changes from theta n to theta n plus d theta. There will be the corresponding change in the path difference between the waves originating from A to C. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಗರ್ದಾಗ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. So now condition for secondary minimum. If the path difference so introduced is lambda by n, where n is the total number of lines on the grating surface, then the total path difference between the first and the last strip will be n into lambda by n is equal to, that is lambda n get cancelled. So if the diffraction grating be divided into two halves, then the corresponding points in the upper and lower halves will have the path difference must be lambda by 2. This is the condition for destructive interference. So the direction theta plus d theta will correspond to the first minimum after the nth principal maximum. Between nth and n plus 1th principal maxima there will be n minus 1 secondary minima corresponding to the path difference. That is lambda by n, 2 lambda by n, 3 lambda by n, dash dash n minus 1 lambda by it is n. So the number of the secondary maxima is n minus 2. Thus the condition for nth secondary minimum after the nth principal maximum is a plus b sin theta n plus d theta is equal to n lambda plus n dash lambda by n. So width of the principal maximum. So the direction of the nth principal maxima is given by a plus b sin theta is equal to n lambda. Already all of you know this is equation number A. Let theta plus d theta and theta n minus d theta gives the direction of the first secondary minima on the two sides of the nth order primary maxima. Then a plus b sin theta n plus or minus d theta, or n lambda plus or minus lambda by n, where n is the total number of lines on the grating surface. So if you divide the two equations, that is b by a, we get a plus b sin theta n plus or minus d theta divided by a plus b sin theta n is equal to n lambda plus or minus lambda by n whole divided by n lambda. Rearrange to this one, sin theta n plus or minus d theta divided by sin theta is equal to 1 plus or minus 1 divided by n lambda. So you expand the equation, so we get sin theta n dot cos d theta plus or minus cos theta n sin d theta divided by sin theta n is equal to 1 plus or minus 1 by n capital N. Now for the small value of d theta, cos d theta is equal to 1 and sin d theta is equal to d theta, then it is can be written as cot theta n d theta is equal to 1 by n capital N. So then finally d theta is equal to 1 divided by n capital N cot theta, it is n. So the equation third, that is C, d theta refers to half the angular width of the principal maximum. The half width d theta is, that is inversely proportional to the n, the total number of lines, and n cot theta n. The value of n cot theta n is more for higher orders because the decrease in the value of cot theta n is less than the increase in the order n. So in larger the number of lines on the grating surface, the smaller is the value of d theta. d theta is higher for longer wavelengths, and hence lines spectral lines are sharper towards violet than the red end of the spectrum, that is d theta is less for violet region. Okay, so next, thank you.